want to talk to you today about Joseph. Now, I don't think there's anything in the story of Joseph that I can tell you that you don't already know. So we're just going to talk about him anyway. Because I was reading in Genesis chapter 39 today about Joseph. Well, you know the story. He's 17 years old, right? And he's daddy's little boy. He's daddy's favorite. And he goes out and keeps the sheep with his brothers. Only his brothers knew that daddy favored him and pampered him. And so, of course, the older brothers are jealous. And they sell him to the Ishmaelites, which were actually his cousins, if you think about it, because Ishmael was Abraham's kid and Joseph is descended from Abraham. So anyway, they sell him and send him to Egypt. Now, Joseph is a Hebrew. He doesn't speak Egyptian. And he gets sold into the house of Potiphar. Potiphar is an officer in Egypt. So, he's an Egyptian officer. He's the captain of the bodyguard. Bought Joseph from the Ishmaelites. And the Lord was with Joseph. So he became a successful man. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. His master saw that the Lord was with him and how the Lord caused all he did to prosper. So Joseph found favor in the sight of Potiphar and became his personal servant. And Potiphar made Joseph overseer over his house, and all that he owned was put in the charge of Joseph. So my question to you is, how did Joseph know to do all this stuff? How did he know how to run a household? He never did that when he was at home. Remember, he was the pampered son. The Lord was with him. And you know, the Lord is with you too. And if you listen to the Lord and his leading, then he will give you wisdom and insight in your job. And you can find favor with the Lord. And you can find favor with your employer. And you can be promoted because you listen to the Lord, because the Lord gives you favor. Because you know God is not a respecter of persons. And what he did for one person, he will do for you also. So trust God, trust his favor, and listen to what he tells you. And just, you know, he'll give you wisdom and insight as to how to make things run better where you work. And as you begin to improvise and explore ways to make things better, then your boss will know that the Lord is with you. He may not understand that it's the Lord, but you know who it is. And you'll have favor, and you'll be promoted like Joseph was.